How are we doing, guys? We're out. We're at somewhere a bit different. We're at a place called Whiteacres down in Newquay, and I'm fishing on a lake called Pads Lake. We're here on a family holiday, got a caravan for the week, and when I found out there was fishing I thought, right, I'll come and tag along with that, do a bit of time on the lake. But yeah, got here a couple of days ago, and then I actually fished last night, so I'll show you the swim I'm fishing. So I'm in peg 19, little single beat then, and fishing out into the middle really, towards the aerator. I actually had one last night, 24-pound mirror. First fish from Pads. 24-pound mirror. Yeah, it's lovely. Little yellow after, tip with a worm. See if we can get a bigger one. And then I also had two other runs. I had lost a grass carp at the net, and I lost something in these lilies all in front of me here. So I did a bit of raking, borrowed a rake off one of the bailiffs who was fishing next to me, and rake some of these lilies out in front of the swim, so I'll show you what they used to look like. But I've managed to get rid of quite a bit of them, so hopefully don't lose another one to them. But yeah, I've got one to the left of the aerator, one to the right, both about a rod length off, and then I've just got one out in front of that big lily pad area there. All three of the fish came to the right of the aerator, and they came on, all three of the bites came on a yellow after. So now all three of the rods are on yellow afters. I was tipping them with worms, but I was getting a lot of single beeps and a lot of weird aborted takes and stuff, so I think it was small stuff picking the worms off. But yeah, every time I brought the rods in, the worms haven't been on, so they probably wasn't lasting very long, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, this is Pads Lake at Whiteacres. There's two specimen lakes. You've got Pads and you've got Nelson's. Pads has got the bigger fish in it, and came for a walk around here and thought it looked nice. So I've not even been and seen Nelson's yet, but I might go and have a look at that later on in the week. But yeah, there's carp up to probably 40 pound in here, and then there's some monster catfish as well. They reckon the big catfish in here is probably about 110 pound now. It rarely comes out, but there is one, I think it's called One Whisker, and that comes out pretty regular really. It's quite friendly, and that's about 95 pound at the minute, which is crazy. So we're not fishing for them, we're fishing for the carp, but if a cat comes along we'll have a look at it. But yeah, if it slows up or nothing's happening, then maybe we'll put a rod out for the cats, see if we can get anything. I've not really been out much recently, and a couple of times that I have been out, I've been in a little corner and I've just not had any fish on me, not seen anything, nothing's happening, no beeps are out, and you can see fish elsewhere in the lake. But I thought I'd go for an open water swim here, literally put myself in the middle to stop what has happened to me on the past two sessions, and so far it's paid off. I quite liked the look of the aerator. Obviously there's going to be loads of oxygen in here with the weed and the lily pads. But at night that aerator doesn't switch off, that was on all night, so that's probably why it was a good spot for me. But there's not loads of carp in here, it's about 100 carp, and they range from £10 up to £40 like I said. So yeah, the 24 was a good start. Let's see what we can do today. So with the pads in front of me, I've not got the best line lay really. Normally when I'm using the boat, I'd be back leading. Makes it easier with the path that the boat comes back in on. So the line's going into the water after the pads, and then it's slackened off then, so it should be on the bottom. It's a heavy fluorocarbon main line, so it should sink pretty well. but I'm just constantly getting liners. I don't know whether that's the cats. See that middle bobbin's just pulled up then. Not enough to make a beat, but it's going again now. Yeah, that was happening all night, single beeps and stuff, but it's just nice to know that there is fish in the area. All three of the rods are on a little small yellow after. 2 are on Sent from Hell, that's what was doing the bites, and then I've got a trusty Northern Special out there. So this is the rig I'm fishing. It's all really simple fishing. Got a fluorocarbon Gemini leader. Got a 4-ounce lead and a lead clip. Anti-tangle sleeve to a size 4 crank. And that's one of the Northern Special wafters. That's just on the little Illusion D rig. The majority of the fishing I do now is with this rig. So simple to tie. And yeah, works. So I like using a bit of foam when I'm using the boat. I'm just putting a bit of corn in. And a handful of boilies. Just crumbing some of it up. I'm just catapulting out some pellets just into the area. So we got nothing to report from today. It's been quiet. I found the carp. They're all sat in the lilies to my left and to my right, on both ends of the lake. But they're just not interested. Throw a couple of mixers at them and we just spook off from them. Just been sunbathing really. It's been pretty nice. So I did a bit of catching up on my sleep. Got a bit of sleep in. Hopefully I have another busy night tonight and I can show you some fish. I've got a bit of a better light set up now. I'd left my bank sticks in the car last night, so I couldn't put my light on the sticks like I normally do. So I had like my head torch set up, and when I've looked at the pictures back of that fish that I did land, the head torch is shining in my face and the fish is in darkness. So yeah, Alex is on his way down. He's going to join us. He's going to fish tonight. He's going to just bivvy up next to me. I've seen it fizzing up, this morning where I'm going to tell him to put his rods. And yeah, I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I can update you with the fish. Just about to call it a night now. I'm in the bivvy. I've had my tea. All the rods are refreshed, so yeah, let's hope we can get one. Good morning, guys. Been up this morning, been back to the caravan, brought the rods in for an hour. You're allowed to leave your rods in your bivvy for an hour. So I had some breakfast up there, I had a shower and freshened up. I did have a run last night. Got a fish all the way to the lilies in front of me. Big, gnarly old common. And it was just snagged in the lilies and couldn't quite get it with a landing net. Couldn't get my waders on. And yeah, I lost that one as well, so I'm not doing very well. I've had 4 runs and landed 1. But I'm back down in the swim now, so I'm just going to press the repeat button, get the rods back out, and see if we can make it happen. Alex and Kirsty turned up last night, late at night in the dark, set up. But they didn't have anything. He's going to bring his stuff in now and he's going to go back to the caravan. But yeah, I'm ready to get my rods out now. See if we can get a daytime bite. Speaking to the bailiff, he reckons it fishes best early morning and at night, which is pretty standard. But it'd be nice to get one out in the dark, in daylight, and not in the dark. Just had a wander down there to the pads in the corner and there's fish milling around in there again. And there is some coloured up water as well, so something's on the feed down there. I'm going to persevere in my spots. I've only been putting like little bits of bait in at a time, but should have been building a bit of a swim now, so let's get them out and see what happens. So I got my waders out now. Last night with that fish, it was on my middle rod again, so all 4 of the runs have come on that middle rod. And it had got caught in the other line and I was really worried about it pinging out the hook off the other line. Like I say, yeah, it was just stuck just in front of me here, so I could see the fish on the surface. It was a decent sized common, definitely in the 20s. But yeah, the waders are ready now, so next time I'm not going to take any chances and I'm just going to be able to jump in there and get it. So I'm sat behind motionless rods, trying to make something happen. So I've just tied up some more rigs. So I've got a couple of my D rigs with Sent From Hell yellow after with 2 worms on, and then I've tied up like a loop and boom rig and got a small yellow pop up on that one with quite a lot of worms. I was using worms on the first night when I had the 3 runs, but then I got fed up of tying them because they're not the easiest thing in the world. They are time consuming. But the plan is now to buzz these rods in, stick these rigs on, drop them back out on the spots, and then the 3 rigs on them if the hooks are alright. I'll just get a couple of beeps there, got it on both rods. Yeah, if the hooks are alright, I'll tie up some worms on them as well, and then they're ready to go for the drop before the last light. Trying to find the fish. I've just found a big coloured up patch of water here underneath this tree, so I've just dropped a little solid bag on it and we'll give it like half an hour See if we can get a run. So I've got nothing to update you with. It's been a slow day again. I'm not really seeing anything show, but just started seeing a bit of fizzing now. So I've been casting a single over to it, see if I can pick anything up that way. I was really hopeful for the little rod that I dropped on the cloudy water over there. But yeah, nothing came from that either, so I think I'm going to put a couple of little yellow pop-ups on. The worm rigs get loads of attention from the small fish, and your bobbins going mad for about 10 minutes while they're picking off the worms, and then they stop, which is a bit of a shame really, because carp love them as well. It started off relatively easy. I jumped on here and probably had a run within the first 2 hours, and then could have had 3 that night I think. But yeah, I'm just coming up to my 48-hour period now. This is about the time I jumped on, so definitely seems like it's a nighttime water. I might give it tonight, see how we get on, and then look at the other water that they've got here, do a couple of nights on there for my last 2 nights. But we'll see what happens tonight. Just waiting for a chippy. I'm getting a chippy delivered to the peg. Ordered fish chips and curry, so we'll see what that's like when that comes. Yeah, if anything does happen, I'll let you know. Chippy's just arrived. And there we go. About the only fish I can catch. So my rods are out for the night now. Just put them out. I've moved my left hand rod and I'm fishing it in the gap between the 2 lily pads. I've been seeing fizz in there for quite a while, so I've just been in. Dropped the rig with a boat, and I just put loads of the leftover soil that was in with the worms in the boat. Bit of cloudy water might make them think something else has been feeding there and come and have a look. Yeah, there's definitely fish in that area. So that left hand rod is the one I'm most hopeful for. Just a screaming run on the left hander, which I was confident about. A little yellow pop up. Got this cool ghosty, £23 2 ounce. This was my target. I wanted a ghosty from here, so I'm buzzing. Another fish number 3. Came on my middle spot, so the one that was doing all the bites. And this one's just gone 22.5, another cool ghosty. This one's a mirror. Yeah, buzzing, a little yellow pop up again on a spinner rig. Alright, let's get some photos. Good morning guys. We actually caught some fish last night, which was good. Them 2 ghosties, ghost common, ghost mirror. Yeah, so I'm happy now. And that were 2 fish hooked, 2 fish landed. I think changing to the spinner rigs give me much better hook holds. They were like right nailed in the sides. So yeah, it's promising. I don't know what to do now. I was going to pack up and leave this lake, but the lad opposite has just had like a 39.11, I think he said, so just under 40, so that's probably late record for this place. So I might just stick it around for a few extra hours, have a coffee on the bank, and then maybe reel the rods in and go for a walk around that other place and see what that's like. But yeah, I'll let you know what I decide to do. So I just did that little piece to the camera, and then my middle rod screamed off, the one that's been doing all the fish. And yeah, I got this 20-pound common. Fought like an absolute beast. They've all fought really hard in here, to be fair. Yeah, the change to that spinner rig's worked. So just got an unexpected daytime bite. Played it, got it all the way into the lilies, which you saw on that video there. And then hook's bloody pulled out again. I was doing alright, I'd landed 3 in a row without a hook pull in, and then just had one pull then. But what's worse is I saw the fish, and I know it was a pretty cool one. It was like half a linear and then half a mirror, and it had a dead prominent split between the two, and like a dark colour on one side and a light colour on the other. Yeah, they're a pain, these lilies with these barbless hooks, but it is what it is, I suppose. So I've just been to the on-site tackle shop and picked up some Kamakura cranks. I got some Kamakura wide gapes, but I'm hoping that the cranks are gonna stay in a little bit better with dealing with these lilies. So I've just got 5 prepped up now, ready to go, so you can easily swap the hooks if we get a run, or if the points bird over when I bring them back in. Yeah, they're the yellow pop-ups I'm using. These have been in this pot for well over a year. They've been gooed up for all that time as well. Some pineapple and isotonic on there, but it smells so strong. But yeah, yellow has definitely been the colour working for me. Tackle shop's really decent. They've got almost everything you could want, really. I snapped my catapult yesterday, so I went in and they had a decent catapult selection, so I picked one of them up. And then obviously I've just been back now and bought my hooks. And they had the hooks that I wanted, so yeah, decent. story today. Nothing happening during the day. Very few signs of fish around the lake. Not heard anybody else catching either. So just been doing a bit of prep work. I'm going to change my right hand rod, which hasn't done a fish yet, and I'm going to target a catfish on that. I know it sounds pretty daft because I can't even land a carp. Well, I can only land 50% of the carp in these lilies. But catfish have got a bit of a tougher mouth, so the hook should stay in a bit better. But I'm going to target them. I've just got some halibut pellets and I've just tied some small PVA bags up with them. I'm just going to put some big, I'm going to have used halibut pellets on the hook, or some CC more Pro Stim leather, whatever it is called. These are the little halibut mesh bags. And then I'm just going to boost him with a bit of white squid goo. I'm going to keep doing that every half an hour or so. I'm not going to put this rig out until dark. But yeah, let's see if we can get a cat out as well. So yeah, this is the last night of getting the rods out. There's a couple of people a bit up to my left now, which has limited my water a bit, but still got plenty of room really. We'll just have to bring that left hand rod in a little bit, which is where that nice ghost came from. And yeah, I am going to put my right hand rod out. I'm going to go for a rig for carp, but something that would appeal to a cat as well. Yeah, last night, let's make it happen. The lake's got a bit of a different feel to it tonight. It's really busy. I've been spoilt really because I've had this bank. Or me and Alex have had this bank to ourselves, apart from that first night. But now pretty much every peg on here is full. I mean, just to the left of me there's 3 people fishing. There's people on the bank there, 2 people bivvied up there, someone in the corner. So I don't know how it's going to affect the fishing. I've got used to almost timing my alarm to an early morning wake up bite on that middle rod. So we'll see what happens. I've had one every morning on that. Yeah, I've enjoyed it here. It's been nice. It's been a lot better than I thought it was going to be, to be fair. Been surprised, which has been good. Not managed to have any of the monsters yet, but caught some cool looking carp. It's just a shame about the ones that I did lose. Could have been on 8 fish now instead of on 4. Yeah, it's still been good. It's been nice trying to work it out. I've got 2 in this deep water now in the middle bit. I've seen enough now to know that the fish pass through that middle bit. I've been getting constant liners and that's where you see a lot of the fizzing. And it's a bit softer there. It's like almost a big layer of silt on that part. But fishing little spinner rigs, they're perfectly suited for that. Yeah, so I've dropped my left and my right one back into this middle channel now. And I've not had any liners as of yet, but it's still early days. Right, I'll either catch you in the morning or I'll see you with the fish. So hard to hold. Behave. So it's just gone 4 o'clock and the left hand rod, the one with a little yellow pop up, I just tore off. Got this £21 catfish. I wish I could say it was the rig that I put out for the cats, but it wasn't. It was fishing for the carp, this one. I almost want to bring my catfish rod in now because this thing absolutely beasted me. It's only £20. Pretty much had the clutch fully locked up on this. It was still stripping line. Yeah, I've not caught one for a while, so we'll take it. Good morning guys, last morning now, just doing a slow pat down. So I have 10 minutes left of bite time really, looking at the pictures of the ones that I caught yesterday. So yeah, just gonna wait that out, but pretty much everything's pat down now, just need to do the rods, the bed and the bivvy, and then we'll be out of here. Alex didn't have anything last night, he had a run on his right hand rod, which he said was a catfish, and he said he had his clutch fully tight on it and he couldn't stop it, and it went through his middle and his left and took both of them out, and then came and took my right hand rod out. I came running out of my bivvy to a screamer. I saw that he was fighting something at the time, but it just pinged out as soon as it hit my line, he said. Yeah, I caught that cat, which I was happy about, but it would have been better if it was on the rod that was actually fishing for a cat on. Didn't even get any liners on that one. But yeah, I'd like to finish on one more carp to end it, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it on here. It's been good. How are we doing guys? So that's the end of the session on Pat's Lake. I think I was calling it Pads for the first 2 days, but yeah, it's called Pat's. But yeah, I didn't get that carp I wanted at the end. I was like holding off to try and get one the last bite time of the morning, but it never happened. So yeah, we did alright really. We had 4 carp in the end and 1 cat. And then we lost 4 carp as well. 2 of them at the net. 1 of them in pretty close and 1 that I never saw. Yeah, it was a bit of a pain with them lilies, but we kept persevering. But yeah, that was going to be the end of my fishing. But I've now just had a look at this Nelson's Lake, which is the other lake on here. I mean, I've not even thought about coming looking. I just like the look of Pat's and then set up on there straight away. And I knew that had the bigger fish in. This Nelson's has apparently got quite a lot of catfish in it. And after that one I had last night, it's whet my appetite really, so I think me and Alex are going to come down. We're going to do an all cat approach on here for tonight and see how we get on. We're at like 8 o'clock now, so we're going to lose the light pretty quick. So we'll get the stuff out of the car, pick a swim and set up, but we'll be setting up in the dark. But hopefully we can get some cats. Right guys, this is the swim we're going to fish. Just got a big area to target in between 3 islands. Should be nice. Put the bank sticks in, got the rods out of the bag. Just quickly set up the bivvy. But as you can see, losing the light. It's almost like 2 separate lakes this, it's just got a couple of little cut throughs. The other side looks a bit nicer to be fair, but you can see plenty of fizzing in the middle. So I'm just knocking up a bit of a mix. Got 3 different types of boilies, and then I'm just crumbing up some isofish to go over the top at the minute. I'm just going to add some chopped worm, what I've got left, and the soil into the mix as well. Right, we're just going to show you the spots. And both my middle and my right hand rod screamed off. I've got 2 cats in the net. I'm glad that I decided to set up both nets. My left hand rod is one that's under a little tree, which I'll show you when it gets a bit light. Actually, this tree just on the overhang, I've got a rig on that, and then I'm just fishing that open water for the cats, pretty much on the same spot. Chill. This is the first one. Literally came within 10 minutes. And yeah, it's pretty much a double take. This one's 12.5 pound. The next one's a little bit bigger. So let's let this guy back and have a look at the next. This is the second one. This one's a little bit bigger, 16 pound. Yeah, both come on a little krill wafter on a spinner rig. I'll try and show you that in a bit. Slip it back.
Just had my first cat, £10 on a bottom bait Pacific tuna boiler. Hopefully get a few more.
So I just caught my first cat, £10, wheeled it in off Alex's rod, and it came in off a PVA bag.
So we haven't been fishing long, and we both had 2 pretty quick. So it might be fun trying to get some sleep, but we'll see. Just going to keep the bait going in. Every time we get one, we'll just put a big scoop of bait into the boat again and drop it on that same spot. And just keep pressing repeat. It's a shame we've only just got onto this water before we come off. It's like really picturesque. Looks nicer than the Pat's Lake, I think. But Pat's Lake still look good. But yeah, Alex has got Kirsty with him again, and he let Kirsty play that second one. And she was like surprised by the power and stuff. She did a pretty good job at holding it. They're not the easiest things to hold. Right, I'm going to try and get my head down, see if we can get some sleep. It's just gone 1 o'clock, and the rod which he had set out for a carp on the left under the little tree, I just screamed off with this beast. £23. It's mad to think that this is still a small one, really. Buzzing. Biggest one we've had, £28. Good morning, guys. We both had 3 last night each, so considering we didn't get the rods in till about 9-10 o'clock, we're not done too bad. It's just gone 7 o'clock now. Alex has had the biggest, a 28 pounder. But yeah, it's just crazy difference of Pat's at the minute. Last night was just fish showing everywhere. Could hear all mad noises of the catfish taking stuff off the surface. But yeah, I've just reset the rods now, put a little bit more bait out there, and we'll see if that does anything. Pat's was 100% a nighttime water, nothing happened during the day, so we'll see whether this is the same. But we've got to be off for like 12 o'clock anyway. It was only literally a quick overnighter. But yeah, let's see what happens. So we sat the morning out. We're at 9:30 now. So packed down the bivvy. I've got most of the stuff ready to go on the barrow. That's probably going to be it now. I'm sort of regretting not fishing this place a bit more. We'd like I say, we've done the 12 hours or whatever it is that we've done. But it's really picturesque. It's lovely. And we obviously came on here to target the catfish. But there is a nice carp in here as well if you can get some of them. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to catch you again soon.